Hello all, today we're going to take a look at Stalingrad 42, Southern Russia, June to December 1942, a game by Mark Simonich and GMT, came out in 2019. It's got similar rules. It's not necessarily a system, but very similar to Ukraine 43, another game by Mark Simonich and GMT that the second edition came out in 2015. Again, it has some similar gameplay. Let's read the back of the box here on this. Stalingrad is a division-level game on the Axis 1942 summer offensive towards Stalingrad and the Caucasus. This epic six-month struggle saw the Axis armies reach the Volga and the Caucasus Mountains, but Soviet resistance stiffened and the final victory eluded the German army at Stalingrad and in the Caucasus. The ensuing November Soviet offensive trapped the Wehrmacht's largest army, the 6th, at Stalingrad and marked the beginning of the end for Axis fortunes in World War II. Game contents, it says you get 3 map sheets. Actually, you get 4 map sheets. A little surprise there. 3 counter sheets, 5 scenario cards, and 2 identical player aids. 1 rulebook, 1 playbook, 2 dice. Complexity is 6 on the GMT scale, and solitaire is 5. So let's take a look in the box and see what you get here. So this is something a little bit different for GMT Games. Some recent ones I bought have the counter tray, but for the longest time, they didn't come with a counter tray. So I don't know if the 3 counter sheets will fit in this. We shall see. You also get 2 dice, very nice and thematic, a gray and a red. You get the playbook and the rules of play. In typical GMT fashion, you have the rule book, full color, set out in sections, 1.0, 2.0, etc. Fully color, have some examples of play in there, which is really nice, very good clarification. Charts out about 32 pages, but the last page is the index. Pages 30 and 31 are scenarios, or talks about some of the scenarios, but really the rules, including the special rules, go to about page 29. Again, has very similar gameplay to Ukraine 43, but I think they've tightened up or changed a few things for the specific Stalingrad 42 scenarios and campaign. You have your playbook, which has, again, examples of play and has a playthrough. Pretty nice full color setup of Operation Uranus there. The Caucasus campaign, example of play. So very nice. And that charts out at 24 pages, but has some charts at the back there and a bibliography as well. So very nice. Then you have your campaign cards for the different campaigns. Campaign game and fall Blau scenario. So this is for the Soviets. It's an extra long card there. And so you're going to have your setup and kind of order of battle for each of the different scenarios and the Soviets are kind of in the tan and the German are in the blue. Another thing here is the Caucasus campaign. I think this replaces the Caucasus campaign from 2009, which I think was another Simonich design. I don't think they're going to re-release that, but I think a lot of those aspects of that game is, that game is covered in this Caucasus campaign here. So not only do you get the Stalingrad scenario and some scenarios, but you also get the Caucasus campaign scenario as well. This is the player aid charts. You get the combat table and some other charts, and then you get your terrain effects charts. 2 of those, 1 for each player. You get your counter sheets, which again are very similar to the Ukraine 43 setup. Your Germans in gray. And then you have some trenches or fortifications and trucks, transportation. Soviets, again, some more fortification on the Soviet side. Railheads, victory point markers, and the rest of these are like markers. Disruption, supply, and various other markers. So 3 counter sheets, very nice. And as I said, the box says 3 maps, but there's actually 4 maps because I think this one map here is kind of a small map that gets you into the Black Sea. Tell in there, Stalingrad 42. You have your victory point track and some other tracks to track special units. Have a weather table. Very nice. You have your victory point cities. Again, somewhat similar to, I believe, to Ukraine 43. Then you got the different maps. There's Grozny. Then this is one of the big maps here. And as you can see on here, the cities, you kind of have a designation there, like the red. I believe those are like victory point cities. Then you have on the turn track, the number down here is how many of those you have to control by a stat date, or you potentially lose the game. And then you also have your reinforcements on there, German in gray and Soviet in the tan. Like this one, in first turn you get one tank unit or one tank replacement or reinforcement, and then one infantry unit. So very nice maps, very clear, concise, and you get 4 of those. So the other thing that I add to this is I printed out the errata. Not a lot of errata. This was done as of December 26, 2019. I haven't checked for an updated one, but you can get this on GMT. And I believe there might even be a living rule book on this out there yet as well. So that's what you get in the box with Stalingrad 42. Hopeful this is helpful to you. And I look forward to getting to the table. And I hope you do too.